This is the second box. We have the box to break on the left, Kali Linux on the right. Alright, so I like to run from my root terminal, so I will log in as my root user, and then password. Alright, so we are in. So the first thing to do is obviously net discover. We run net discover dash to discover the networks on our the IP addresses on our network and all of that. So let's open a new tab. I'm trying to run multiple tools. So I'm trying to run a tool called Nessus. Nessus is a vulnerability assessment tool. So I'm trying to locate where it is. I'm trying to do an offline installation of what the tool is. So there it is, Nessus. So I'll do a sudo dpkg yeah, that's it, Nessus /i ne Nessus and tab. Alright, so that's it there. Alright, so the command dpkg is an offline installation tool, and the reason I'm running this is because I used to forget how to start Nessus always. I need a system city or somewhere. So the command dpkg is an offline. You can, once you've downloaded the package, see all those stuff are red. Those are zipped file or installation package that need to be installed and extracted and all of that. So let's allow this to run. I'm doing this because my system is hanging and I would not want any issues. So that's why I'm doing this. So let's run Firefox because we would need to run Nessus from the browser. It's a vulnerability assessment tool that runs from the browser. So like Bobsu that has its own interface, Nessus. Alright, so we have two IP addresses, 3 and 15. So let's use Nmap obviously for the two of them. Nmap, I'll just clear this 10.0. Sorry, 10. Alright, so our Nmap scan is running. Okay, Nessus is still unpacking. So Firefox is open. Alright, so let's keep that. We have to run Nessus from the Firefox web interface, the web browser. So see my processor 100%. This is why I'm rushing and I'm running multiple tools at the same time. My system is hanging, so I want to finish this before it hangs again. You know, we've had issues with my system hanging and all of that. I thought I've not been able to get my system yet. So yeah, that's done. Glory to God. Alright, so that's done. So you can start Nessus by typing, let's see, this is still going. The 3 is done, so this is now our box. Yeah, all the IP addresses are closed and also let's clear this quickly and then run through this so we have seen that this is a box. It tells us that this is OpenSSH version 7. It gives us information that this is a virtual machine, and then we have 2 IP addresses. So we have seen Debian protocol. What I'll do is I'll queue this. Alright, so let's come here, actually not here. So okay, yeah, first thing to do is to go check if there's a website, anything web related connected to this guy. Let's see if there's a website somewhere, something. So interesting. So we have a website. Welcome to this. So let's browse to the main sites. Open the new tab. I already see it tells us a WordPress website. Interesting. So let's come. Let's quickly go down. So we see James again, and then we see WordPress content. Tells us WordPress.org, WordPress commenter, and all of that. Yeah. So WordPress. So because I know it's a WordPress website, is why I typed that stuff, because I know that's how WordPress website built. I've built a WordPress website before. So let's just try to do information gathering. So let's try James. Let's use a vulnerable password. I'm using James because James is there and James has appeared twice. So let's try it. And then James. So the password you entered for the username James is incorrect. This is information gathering. This is not supposed to be there in the first place. So we see that this is information disclosure. So James should not be here. Nobody should see that this thing. Yeah, so now we know that James is a valid user. So let's say I'm probably working in the organization. I just hear somebody, I'm walking around the organization. I'm a hacker and I'm sniffing around. I hear James and I go and try James and I see that James is a username. I'm just told that okay, is my password that is correct. Yeah, so I could now find James's email and try to hack James. Anyways, so we see that. Let's go back to the main website. All right, so this is a WordPress website. So let's go back and see. Okay. So we have two ports open, port 22 and port 80, SSH and HTTP. Like I said, you don't need to cram all of the web reports. You just need to know them and know that SSH is a secure shell, create secure shell, secure connection between you and a remote server. So we know there's a remote server somewhere that we can log into. So we want to check. The next thing is if there is the exploit exists. So let's exploit, like we did the lax burst. You don't need to do exploit. You could just copy the Apache version and paste it inside search exploit or something like that, and it actually give you if it's there. Well, this is a longer version because this is a class. I'm supposed to show you everything. So let's go. So we already see information. There's a Debian. Because there's a Debian and the box we're trying to break is also Debian, and then we see another Debian up here. Yeah, we see another Debian up here. So we know that this box we're trying to break is a Debian box. So open it in a new tab. Actually. Let's search. Okay, this again in a new tab. Let's see. Okay, Rapid 7, my guys. So remember I worked Rapid 7 the last box, and then these guys, they do a walkthrough for everything they do. Alright, so exploits. This. Not this. This is not what I'm looking for. So this is what I'm looking for now. So let's search. Ooh, exploit DB already came out. Alright, it dropped something for us. Let's see. Is there a Rapid 7? Okay, there's a Rapid 7. Alright, so let's open it. And then let's just scroll down. You could play around with this, but this is okay for me. So here, I'm saying, what is this? Open SSH 7.9. Blah, 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 blah. Information. So this isn't exactly giving me how to attack this box. Yeah, so okay, we see that you can perform man in the middle attack, but not exactly how you could break the box. Yeah, it just tells us that man in the middle could be performed on this man in the middle attack. Alright, so let's see. This one also doesn't give me any vital information. It just does. So this is just information. We're just given information back to back. So let's see Rapid 7 or Rapid 7 have for us. So SSH username enumeration. No, Rapid 7 always has a walkthrough. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so it gives us a walkthrough, but this is not what we're looking for. So it doesn't look like what I would want. It's not so clear. So this is open SSH exploit. So Apache exploit. So let's see the two Apache exploits coming. Alright, so Apache exploits. Yeah, so this is exploit DB, the online version of search exploits, which is offline. So we have Rapid 7 as well, my guys. I like them because they have a walkthrough for everything. They have how you can exploit every box. Every machine, anything you see that is exploitable, they have a workaround for it. So let's see them. They said is what Apache HTTP server privilege escalation from Modus scripts 2019 0211 and all of that. So we see this one as well, Apache 2.4.38. Okay, so 2.4.38 is vulnerable, that's our own. And then we see that we can perform a local privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is you logging in as front desk and then being able to raise your permission to the highest level user, yeah, and all of that. Okay, I think that's all. So you could literally just read up the information in the same page. If you scroll down, there is a lot of information, but I'm not doing that. So I come straight, I open a new tab, I all right. So I'm trying to run a script. I think I showed you this before. Script is for coming. So yeah, to find vulnerability. So the script you're running is run to find vulnerability. I'm trying to remember how to write the script. All right. So give me a minute. Dash scripts dash scripts script. So this doesn't still look like what I would run. Okay, it looks like what I would run, but it doesn't look like it. So let's do okay. All right, so it's looking like it. So so let's wipe all of these. Dash S capital V. All right, so then dash script, then you put the ports we want to search. Yes, that's it. So yeah, see, it's there. It has auto completed for us already. So just hit my tab. Okay, fun. Then hit my tab and auto complete. So it's supposed to run for each port, finding all the vulnerabilities in that particular port. So let's wait for this while it runs. Sorry. All right. So obviously, patience. All right. So this is done. It brings out vulnerabilities about this particular port. So port 22. Remember, we have only 2 ports on the system. So this brings vulnerability, both the outdated vulnerability and the present vulnerability, and vulnerability upon vulnerability, and weakness upon weakness, and all of those things. Yeah. So we have our machine. Alright, so let me see. Yeah, so Nessus is done. So we can start Nessus by typing. Like I said, I used to forget. That's why I used to always unpack. Thank God it's not a download again. If not, I'll really be in trouble. Alright, login details, password. So password. So Nessus has started. Just noticed immediately my okay. Alright. So you're seeing Cybersound there because obviously my name is Cybersound. So check my Kali. You see Kali at Cybersounds. Alright, so I opened that I opened the link. So I think I'm not supposed to have opened that link. Yeah, I think I should copy the link address instead. So opening the link will now open it somewhere that I do not want it to open. So I think I'm done with all of this. Done. We can find this in our Kali. So we're also done with this. We found what we want to find. So I'm sending this as well. So let's just paste this. What's happening? Why is it not connecting? I'm connected to the internet. Oh, okay. Bob Suite is turned on. Alright, so you can see that Bob Suite is turned on. So let me turn it off and then run it again and paste it again. So let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, so see that first one I was trying to not open, it's still open, so I removed that. So let's run this one now, and then advanced accept, and we have Nessus here. So it has shown Nessus. All right, so Nessus is a web vulnerability. Oh, login details. Let me see if I can remember. I didn't put remember me. So that's not the password. Okay. So don't mind me putting James. I just it's something I done a long time ago. So don't think it's because I saw James in the website that I put James here. No, I'm trying to log in my own Nessus. So yeah, it has logged in. Alright, so you can see I have two scans already here. Alright, so how you run a new Nessus scan? Two scans already here. So how you run a new Nessus scan? See my processor. See, it's very high. That's why I want to just rush this and be done before I hang. So you click on new scan to run a new scan. Okay, bad request. Something is downloading. Alright, that's fine. So let's go to my scans. I have two scans of the same website. The same guys. I've run them. Alright, so I was doing a test. I installed this newly, but if you want to run a new scan, just come to new scan, click on it. It asks you to put the IP address or URL. You put it and then you hit scan, or it asks you, it asks you a few questions. It's simple questions that you can maneuver. Then you can choose to so you can choose to schedule them. So see, Chester Business Limited have run this. So you can choose to schedule them. Let's say you are doing a pen test for 6 months, and every Monday morning you're meant to do a scan. Do you if you forget what will happen? So you could schedule it to run, and then it literally would run. Yeah, every Monday morning, so long as you are connected to the internet. If you can provide internet access, Nessus doesn't send. Yeah. So let's do a see this one's at two different dates. I have 25th and 26th. So let's check the scans and see vulnerabilities inside of them. So I have one inside my trash already. I've already thrown one. So this vulnerabilities will also actually show you different colors, but this website, what it picked up, all the stuff it picked up as information. So you see the stuff down here 100%. You have critical to high to medium to low to informational. And sadly, everything is informational. The reason for having all of this is when you have critical, which means fix this vulnerability now. You get high, fix this vulnerability now, and all of those interesting stuffs. Yeah. So since it's only information that we have, uh, let's dive into the information now and see what's there for us. So click on it. You see all of these. They call them informational, right? So remember, I said there's something we call information disclosure, and that's my IP address over there, and that's what's compiling. That's not allowing us to do what we're doing. Okay, so HTTP method. I want to view this. So is this something worth my time? Nah, it's not worth my time. So poster allowed on. So let's go back one directory. HTTP server type and version. So Debian. Okay. Remote server. So even if we didn't know that the server is Debian, at least Nessus has told us that this guy is Debian, so watch out for him. Yeah, so let's see what this is. Is this something that will be interesting? Let's see. Nah, it just gives us JavaScript, HTML. Another advantage you would have if you have programming skills. So let's go back. Let's check. I'm looking for a particular thing. I want to just show you. So let's check this SSH. Okay. So bad URL. So it's not going to load because we saw a bad 404. 404 is error. No access. You don't have permission. All of those. 404 is not found. Sorry. I think it's 403. There is no access. So let's see. You can just go through them, view them. Actually, I just want to show you this stuff, then we move from here. Okay, so SSH server detection. So let's try to run this. Let's see. I think this is what I'm looking for. 0404, not found. So let's go back to vulnerabilities. Let's try it again. Not found. So I think this is what is causing this thing. So it's still downloading. Where's my scans? Okay, so let's click on any of them. We pray that this thing will allow us to do what we want to do. So click on this, or you could click on it at the top. You'll see them arranged as well. So let's come in here. I think this is what I'm looking for. Same for and now I'm beginning to lose vibe. Alright, so um let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is what's happening. 96% complete. So unless this thing completes, it's looking like we don't have access to our attack machine. Sorry, we don't have access to our scans instead of attack machine. So let's try it twice. If it doesn't work, then we'll walk away. If it works, that's beautiful. So let's try it. Let's give it one more shot. Two more shots actually. So let's okay. Alright, so back to vulnerabilities, back to SSH. Okay, so it went through the first time. So let's be praying that this one goes through as well. Alright, so it went through. Glory to God. Alright, so see, we have username Debian, password Debian as well. Sudo su. Oh, interesting. That gives me so much joy. Alright, so let's go back to our vulnerability group. Let's see. Okay, so this one did not do so. At least I'll show you what I want to show you. So you could try just play around inside of Nessus and all of that. So I want to show you something. I've shown it to you. Let's see. Just play around Nessus. Then I'm done. I want my processor to be calm, so I have to cancel Nessus. Yeah. So I am done. My processor is still high. So let's go and queue Nessus. Remember, we started Nessus from here, Kali. So the same way we started is the same way we queue Nessus. We just need to change that to stop. And Nessus is dead. Okay, password, credentials. Alright, stop. And instantly begin to see my processor. It begins to fall. It begins to fall. Alright, so I'm done with Nessus. I'm done with that. So now we have finished with this as well. So we have our machine. We have our scripts. Yeah, we have our scripts. Yeah. So we've run our script on this 22. Now it's time to run for port 80. Just to let's give everybody a share. So we've seen all of these exploits. Yeah, so the only one that makes sense to me here is 41617. This one I'm highlighting. That's the only one relevant to this box. All other ones are not directly relevant to this box. Some of them, in fact, the ones lower than it, everything down here is vulnerable to older version. Why it is vulnerable to this box? Remember, this box is upgraded to OpenSSH 7. So there are OpenSSH lower versions and all of that. Yeah, you get. This one is the one that stands out. This one is one that's relevant. It doesn't mean that the ones above it are not relevant, but this is directly what sound looks like, what is relevant to me. Oh, so this is done as well. Wow, this is a whole lot of vulnerabilities. Oh, so this is not just giving us say bringing out a lot of things, telling us this is a WordPress. So even if we didn't know that it's a WordPress, we could do /WordPress, and then we have a WordPress. Hey, so what next? So we have an admin page, possible admin folder, admin index.php. Let's copy this admin index.php and see what is inside. So I'll remove WordPress. Oh, sorry, I have to remove one. So yeah, PHP brings me to the place where my SQL the database is. If I have access to it, I can remove and add anybody to the database. Yeah. So this is interesting. So now we know there's a database. So there's a login detail for a database, and we know there is Kinicon for there's a login detail needed for this thing again. What's it? What am I saying? There's a login detail needed also for the WordPress admin. Yeah. So this is that. You could do info.php. So let's do info.php. Let's copy this. Um, so this one is where we actually went in the first time that we did wp-admin. So let's cancel all of this and paste this. Remove that column and hit enter. So this is a configuration file, configuration document, configuration page. Is how you configure the website. It should not be left out open. So if you scroll down, you have information, see information upon information upon information, info. While all of these are just information, they are very dangerous. This is what we call information disclosure. So it should not be disclosed. Non-information disclosure, you get the term. We also have it in Kali Linux. So this is disclosed information that should not be disclosed. Alright. So well, if you are good, you could be able to manipulate that configuration script and do damage to the website and own the website actually. So I think we're done with the scripts. So these are a lot of vulnerabilities. You literally come in and check them out. Yeah, so mmap is done. I think we're through with mmap finally, if I'm not mistaken. Nikto is another tool I want us to check. So let's run Nikto. It's a vulnerability assessment tool. We've run it before. Yeah. So it gives a lot of information. Remember last time we ran it, they actually paused. So this time around, it's giving us a lot. It gives us something similar to what the vulnerable other one gave us, the other guy gave us. So this is interesting. So this might be interesting. And then the first one said the header not found. So this might be interesting. Has been seen in web page log from unknown source. This one caught my attention. So let's check it. Let's see what's been seen from unknown source. Okay, so it brings us back to this. Alright, that's fine. So info.php, I think we've opened info.php before. This was found. Just read, try to explore all the possible pages, and all of these are WordPress websites, blah blah, remote file inclusion. Alright, that's fine. So you can just open all of these, just to check what it is. This is looking interesting. WordPress contents, WordPress links. Drupal link was found on a WordPress website. Yeah, Drupal link was found on a WordPress website. Isn't that interesting? So a WordPress installation was found, and all of that. WordPress WP. Alright, so we found a lot of stuff from WordPress just by having WordPress. Isn't that interesting? Alright, so one host down, or one host tested. Alright, so let's come here, browse to open the main website. So let's open a new tab. Um, so since we know it's a WordPress website, I want to actually run WordPress things on top. Yeah. So just copy this. Yeah, so we copy this and we paste it here. So let's it run. Alright, so let's the WordPress website actually run. And so remember the last time we used a tool, one online tool that didn't give us a vulnerability. No, I don't want to update. So no. Okay. So information is found. Information is found. Information is found. So we see, unlike the other website, it gives us detailed information about this guy. And so the external WordPress clone, fingerprinting the version could not be found. This is weird. I'm cautious of my processor. See up there. So this is done. This is very sad. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. There's no version self. This is very, very sad. Okay, so let me run it again. I'm seeing links from Rapid 7 self. So let me just check back and forth. So what I'm looking for, I'm not seeing. I'm not even seeing OS. I'm not seeing nothing. Fingerprinting the version could not be detected. How is that even possible? Yeah. So let me run it again and see what pops up again. So let's give every 2, 3, 4 chances. Then let's see what happens when we run it again. So what I just did was remove the HTTP. I'm trying to guess to see, okay, probably that's the problem, but that might not be the problem. So if you look at my processor is really high and I'm scared. The version could not be detected again. So what's happening? I'm trying to look for something. That's why I'm just quiet. By default, WordPress is supposed to give you like users that are on the website, a lot of that this scam. So am I not doing something right? Uh, okay. So let me update. This is not giving me what I want. So WordPress readme, upload, external. So I want to try something. I want to see if it's that update that the issue. And I think it's supposed to be the issue. So updating, and it's supposed to take time. Alright, update completed. Alright, so that's that. Let's see. Okay, external. A WordPress version identified. Now there's a version. Let's see if it's the same thing. Any fingerprints or versions. Yeah, at least there's a version now. Yeah. So now you've seen that okay, it has gone off. Hmm. What I'm looking for, still I'm not finding it though. But okay. Yeah. So like I said, what I'm looking for is a user. Several WordPress websites supposed to have a user, obviously. Even if not any user, that guy James is supposed to be there. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm not seeing James. Why where is James? So let's find James. There's no James on this website. Haha. Okay, so let's just take an educated guess. So we know that James is the one that built the website. Yeah, so you can find James here and in a number of places as well. So let's try something. Let's do Hydra. Hydra is a brute force tool like Bob Sweet that we use for brute force. But somehow, I enjoy them on different levels. I can't say I love Bob more than the other one. I enjoy them. But I enjoy Bob because Bob is more straightforward than Hydra. Hydra, apart from this, there are very weird, complicated things you can do with Hydra. Yeah, and all of that. So trying to log in with SSH. The reason I'm using SSH is because SSH connects me to secure server. So what's happening is I'm saying, okay, I want to break the password. Yes, so I'm saying, okay, use this word list from using small L means I know the username, but if I use capital L, I don't know the username. Dash T is for time, dash big V is for variables. I want to see the process. Dash P is the word list, capital P. Then SSH secure shell. I'm trying to say, okay, I'm sitting down. You are the one that knows the secure listing. So go test key one, bring it back and drop it. Test key two, bring it back and drop it. Test key three, bring it back and drop it. So what's happening is actually trying to log in securely using SSH. Yeah, so this log that we are seeing, this attempt, it's a function of that capital V, and then we see it has updated the password. Now, Hydra doesn't like Bob. So remember, Bob should, no matter what happens, it will have to finish that list for you. It will not just tell you this is your password, it must finish the list. Yeah, so this one stops when it discovers the password because it's going to the door and it's trying the key if it comes back. So there's no point trying all the keys if it has discovered it. Yeah, so and then it outputs it to the screen and then tells you, oh, 22. So if you see it, you see 22 SSH, then host this, login this, password this. You see. So now we have SSH. I just did an educated guess. Alright. So you could, yeah, pen testing, you could do the same thing. So SSH now that we know that this is the guy's username and password, yeah, so let's try to SSH. Let's try to this is how you connect securely to a remote shell. Yeah, so some hackers do what we call honeypot. They change this port from port 22 to port 30, port 80, whichever. And then see, this is how we connect SSH, the username and the IP address, and voila, this is the welcome page. Even before we put the password, remember that stuff that we saw that time that look like information disclosure. Now you understand why this thing is like this. Alright, so James password, you know James password is QWERTY, QWERTY. Very weak, very vulnerable password. Yeah. So let's log in as James. Voila, and we're inside. The same login information came again. Who am I? I am James. So let's see what James has. Let's see what James can do. But this is not supposed to be outputted to us. This function Debian. So let's see ls. James has desktop, document, download music, pictures, public, templates, and videos. Alright, so let's navigate to desktop. The reason why we can do who am I here and not the other box, because that box is Windows, this is Linux. Linux permits who am I and ls and all of those stuff. So this guy is just a boring administrator. There's nothing inside his account. Very boring guy. So what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Alright, so these ones that have dot dot dot, we don't have permission to them. Is the one that desktop downloads music, pictures, videos. Let's see if there's any videos. This guy has videos. Does he watch movies? And then this guy, nothing. Doesn't watch movies. Who is this guy? Alright, that's fine. At least we know that he doesn't watch movies. Alright, so next up, I want to do something else. So remember we have a privilege escalation box. So which means you can raise our user. James is an administrative user beautiful, but it's not the highest. Remember we have my SQL login details. So James is not the highest. And then we are seeing a login details. I've tweeted to us on the screen already. So that login details belongs to someone. We are trying to become the person and then log in with the person's login details. So let's do. Am I forgetting a tool? I don't think I'm forgetting a tool. Probably am. Alright, so let's. Alright. So I think I just remembered I just checked and found the right way to write to do the WordPress scan that outputs everything. So I missed this particular part. So let's do this. That space is not supposed to be there. So, enter. Okay. So now we're supposed to have much more information. Right. So we're asking it for WordPress content. That's what you're asking me for. That's the command WordPress content. So see WordPress version. Although it brought it up for us the last time after we updated, it brought WordPress version for us. Enumerating users. So we see a user, James is the only user, and then we already did an educated guess because we saw James on the website. So imagine there is nobody on the website. How would you know? You have to do this same thing. That's why I had to run it again for you to see. Yeah, and then this was outputted by aggressive detection, which means the information didn't want to come out. Somebody had to beat it out of the system for it to come out. You get something like that, something of that nature. James. Alright, so we've already logged in as James. So just play around. This is an information. Just check all the informations gathered and all of that. So so I'm trying to just log in. Since I know that I've gotten James' username and password. Let me try a number of things. Where is my, not this one, is it this one? Not this one. So I'm trying to log. Okay, yeah, so it's the same thing as this. So let's copy this and see what changes, what's different. So we have 10 dots, okay, 10.0.2.15. Alright, same thing. So James, I want to try to log in that QWERTY whatever password, QWERTY. Not login, not login, James. Why did you not log in? You entered the wrong password for James. So James is very valid. So let's run something. But we already saw that James password. Alright, so let's see the password now. Quite easy. So let me copy this. Maybe I'm the one making mistake in my typing. So let's try to log in. James, what's wrong? What's wrong, James? James, what's wrong? Okay. Anyways, so let's try it here as well. You know that James is not the guy that owns this one because there's somebody higher than him. So try let's just try. We're just doing educated guesses. We're just remember I always say 99 days for the owner, 1 day for the thief. So this is our day. So we are spending time doing this. Most hacks happen in night where you can't really notice the malfunction. Your IDS and IPS have to be the one that pick it, or your firewalls have to be the one that pick the attack. Sometimes if it's just an IDS or if it's an IPS can try to prevent it, but if it doesn't know it, if it's not an anomaly, it doesn't know how to protect you against it. Anyway, so I'm just trying. Yours is still not logging. So let's try to social engineer this page and give it James. Your host may have disabled the mail function. Okay, that's fine. The person that owns the SSH. Waiting. Alright, so the key could not be verified. So what's happening? What's wrong? Why did I do wrong? How am I not able to log in? How am I not able to log in? Okay, so I'm just going through all of this. Okay, let's try to see if we log in as a root user, then fix all of these stuff back. Alright, so we've logged in, so let's go back. Okay, so if you notice my processor is down. Yeah, so I'm still trying to understand what's happening. Okay, WordPress, PHP. Okay, let's check for a registration page, see if we can manipulate James. Since there's a registration page, let's see if we can manipulate them. Okay, so registration disabled. See it there. Registration disabled. Alright. So let's just alright, so we're not done. We still have a long way to go. So this is the machine. So we already have James's password. Actually, we could log in as James. However, remember we are trying to log in remotely, so we are not supposed to have access to James's account. But for whatever weird reason, we actually do have access to James's account. Yeah, and then I don't know why James is taking time to log in. Anyways, so let's see. Alright, so there is James. So this is let's see all the applications in James. Software. What software? What is software? The way James is this thing is even arranged is not even fine at all. Evolution, reading box, office writer. What's this? So let's search all the alphabet. Let's know how we can help James. That's no wonder James is very boring. No wonder there's nothing inside his download, nothing inside anything. Oh, we're out. We are not supposed to be inside because we don't have access to these guys' web. We have it from our Kali terminal, not directly. Except you want to do it, then you can run inside the building and log in with the person's details. You get something like that. So anything we are doing remotely, we don't have access to the person's physical system. So that's why it's called a remote execution or local privilege escalation. Even local privilege escalation, you have to do it from outside the person's system. Yeah, so this is Okay, so yeah, we're supposed to log in as that's what's it called now, that's user we found at the top. Yeah, so I know a lot of people when they reach here and they're having these issues, they probably be disappointed, discouraged, but nah, let's keep going. Let's try something, one more thing. Okay, so I think let's use Bob Suit for this guy. Let's use Bob Suit to break this password. Or you can try Bob Suit. I don't want my system, my system is hanging, so I don't want it to hang, and I'm really scared. I don't want it to hang. So you could try Bob Suit. Remember how we did the password attack? Yeah, run Bob Suit on it and all of that. I'm getting tired slowly. Alright, that's fine. So let's okay, let's even inspect this page now, or view the page source. Let's see what's happening. What is happening, James? What is happening, James? What is happening? Okay, so let's go back. Let's just go back. Alright, so CD download. This is username, this is password, Debian, whatever. Let's try to see if we could log in using highest level privilege, whatever. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so we are out. Now my SQL, because obviously SQL is the highest. Yeah, we have SQL here, which is this MySQL. Yeah, so see it under MySQL. That's the name of database, so that's what I want to log in with, the person that has the highest level access. So MySQL dash u, and then the username Debian. So let's see. Okay, access denied. Okay, we didn't copy the code completely, sorry. Oops. So MySQL dash u Debian dash p. Yeah. So it's asking for dash p is for password. So let's try the Debian. Kali doesn't show when you type Debian. Oh, Debian is not correct. So let's type the other one. Sudo dash written sudo su space hyphen this other one inside. Okay, and voila, we are inside. So who am I? Root ls dash la gives us a lot of things you can go into. Now that we are a root user, at least we should be able to navigate through a number of these files. Yeah, so let's see. Since Jimmy C didn't log in, then let's try. Now I'm really concerned why James is not logging in. Yeah, and all of that. So this is really my concern right now. Why is James not logging in? Why am I not able to log in? Alright, so this is James. Why are we not able to log in? Alright, so let's view page source. Let's see for information. Let's find HTTP form. Let's just find something. A login form. Alright, I'm not seeing the login form. Again, you should know what you're looking for when you're doing a pen test. Knowledge of programming language. Yeah. So like I was saying, it's either you buy, for it to be good, you have to buy the tool, you have to buy the script, the payload, and all of those things. So HTTP posts, form. There's no such thing like HTTP post form. So let's check posts. I think there's only one post. I don't think it's the login. Okay, it is the login form, strangely enough. This is really going to stress me. So let's leave this out. It's going to really stress me. Let's leave this out. All right. So should we do this? Should we do this? Should we not do this? I'm really tired already at this point. Alright, so let's do Bob Suit. Let's do Bob Suit. Let's try to break the login page here. So let's do. I'm looking for a free terminal. Can I type here? I think I can type here Bob Suit. Alright, so let's do Bob Suit. I'm just confused why or not. I want to see which is simpler. My concern now is my processor. I don't want to start Bob Suit because if I start Bob Suit, I'm scared this thing will hang and this video will not be saved, and I have wasted a lot of time, close to an hour already, and it would really pay me, which is why I do not want to start up Bob Suit. But you could actually run Bob Suit. I just pray it doesn't hang. Oh my god, I think I've closed Bob Suit by mistake. So we're done with all of this. We can close them. Yeah, just close them. So I'm not seeing my Bob Suit, so I think I closed Bob Suit by mistake. Alright, so Bob Suit. Yeah, Bob Suit begins. Bob Suit commences. Bob Suit starts. Yeah. So obviously patiently waiting for Bob Suit. Whew, I am tired. We are waiting for this guy. No, as I said before, patience is a tool in the hacker's box. So no matter how tired you are, if you know where you're going to get, you would endure all the issues. So it's Bob, you just keep going until he opens. Okay. So why is Bob taking so long to start today? What's wrong? Why is Bob taking so long? Alright, so Bob has started, so I go straight to proxy, turn my intruder on, then I come and connect Bob. Random password. So it opens in here. So send to intruder. So it has highlighted 3 parameters for me, but I don't want any of them. What I want is login, password. That's actually all I want. Since I'm using a sniper attack, since we know James, we don't want clear. So you only want the password. You only want the password. Only the password. Thank you. Only the password. So what you to do is, since we didn't highlight it, it's going to run the password. Since it's a sniper attack for a reason, it's going to run the password through this guy. Yeah, so it's going to run the password through it. I am scared to run Bob suit. So battering ram, sniper, pitchfork, cluster bomb. So I'm scared. So this one has just one payload. So let me uncheck this. Alright, so because we don't know the password, we could run it using. That's why I would have preferred Hydra now. But you know how to find user this thing. You click on the search bar, user, share, word list. I'm literally rushing. I don't want my system to hang. I don't want my processor to mess up or anything. User, share, word list. Then come to pick RockU. Now because RockU is a very large file, it's not good to mess with it. Yeah, so this is a lot. So see my processor. Can you see my processor? Can you see my processor? Processor is already picking offense. It's already getting angry. Somebody is running much more than what they are supposed to run inside of here. Alright. So oh my god. So it's already hanging. Bob suit is hanging. Bob suit is hanging. So is it only Bob suit that is hanging? I think it's only Bob suit that is hanging. How do we confirm that it is only one guy that is hanging? Alright, so how do we confirm that? Let's see if it loads. This is why I didn't want to run this. See my processor. My processor is high. My system may hang any moment from now. It is a miracle, an act of God, that my laptop has not hanged, and I do not take it for granted. Alright, so this opens. So it's looking like Bob Suite is the only thing that is frozen. So let's check to confirm. So now the thing about Bob Suite is, yes, while it is hanging like this, please, if yours can run, please run it. Run it if yours can run. Yes, please run it. But for me, I'm going to stop running it. Alright, so I think I forgot three essential tools here. I need to tell you about GoBuster, DubBuster, and Dub. Dub and DubBuster are almost the same thing. Then GoBuster, I don't know why GoBuster is showing red. Then there's another beautiful one. So it's called so DubBuster is have a graphical web interface. So you have to put DubBuster, then put the and sign, and then hit enter. So there is another one. So you see Dub, you just write Dub and you put the IP address and you scan. It does like an inside out scanning of the website. It does directory forcing. It forces out information and all the links you don't want to see with your eyes, or somebody don't want you to see. It forces it out. Yeah, it forces everything out. It outputs everything out for you. So you have to now decide. There's another one. I also love this one for force faster you full. That's the name of the tool. So this is the syntax: ffuf, then dash w for word list. Then you put the word list you want. User share. You know how to find word list. Yeah, user share, share. Then if I click tab, hit tab. So you see, if I hit tab again, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. So if I hit tab again, it's supposed to come down to the end. Yes. So there's a word list somewhere. Where is this word list? Alright, I think I've seen it. Continue. Alright, so that's fine. So okay, I've seen it. So there are a lot of word lists inside this here. There is Dub here, there's DubBuster, there is Wi-Fi crack, there's SQL, so many things inside of here. Yeah, so many things inside of here. So remember we use SQL map for SQL injection. Yeah, so same thing here. So you could do word list. Then these are other directories that contains they probably contain other directories also, or they just contain different password lists for you to use. You could select any of them. I just wanted you to see how we get to the word list. So this guy is still hanging. Oh god, I beg. Alright, so I think it's only that one that is hanging. Yeah, so so this is the command. Literally just type this for put w, then put the this is a word list as well. From that word list directory to Then when it stops there, you put, just follow this, then put your URL, and after your URL you dash u for URL. After your URL, ensure you put the false after. If not, it will not false, it will not do anything, it won't run. Yeah, so I'm not going to run this, I just remember to show you. So go buster, dot buster, and see you. And so for the what's it called, the other one, so for the bob seat, I ran it and it worked, but I'm not going to add it here. All right, so you could run it. The password is password, that's the password. So try running it, just type password, or you could create a smaller word list and then just keep trying. So the password is password. And then on final notes, please, your curiosity is what will help you. I learned a new tool Friday, Saturday, and today, or yesterday or today, but your curiosity is what is going to help you. So please take this. Nobody employs you based on your certificate. Your certificate is an entry, is what you know how to do that keeps you in the job. Nobody wants you to learn on the job. Even graphics design, they want to see everything in IT, they want to see what you know how to do. Yeah, so this is we coming to the end of our class. If I still have a link, if I have links, so please take advantage of TryHackMe and HackTheBox. Very good platforms, I beg you, take advantage of